has kicked 2 game-winning field goals. Malcolm Butler got that interception. Tom Brady had nothing to do with that. Last night, did Tom Brady dislodge the ball from Taysom Hill? No, he didn't. So that's a part of it. I'm looking at LeBron James that impacts the game on both ends. He blocks Iguodala's shot, or Michael Jordan who steals the ball from Karl Malone and then goes down and hit the game-winning shot. Tom Brady's clutch. Yes, no question about that. I'm not going to try to take that away from him. I would be foolish to even try. But no, I do not think that's the case. And you look at LeBron James, I don't know how LeBron has been tagged with this moniker of not being clutch. But if you look at this, in LeBron's playoff history and career, he has 8 shots to tie or win the game in the final 7 seconds of the ball game. That's in the playoffs. That's 2 more than Michael Jordan.
So, wait, are you making the case that LeBron is more clutch than Tom Brady?
Let me finish. And in his 5 playoff buzzer beaters are the most in league history. So that means he has to do it. Skip, you do realize, this is what I don't understand. They said, well, the receiver is a dependent position. Is the quarterback not a dependent position? So because he throws the ball, he doesn't run down there and catch it. Mm-hmm. So he's dependent on me to do my job as I'm dependent on him to do his job. No. All that being said, I'm going to take somebody that if I were to say, if we want to say team sports, I'm going to say LeBron or Jordan. If we just say in sports in general, I'll take a Tiger Woods or Serena Williams because they're in the arena by themselves. They get no one else to come from behind. If I'm 4 strokes down, I can say, hey, bro, I need you to come in here and bomb it off the tee for me. Mm-hmm. I need you to chip it up there, and then I put it in. I don't get that. If Serena's down a couple of sets, she don't get to have somebody come in. So, no, to make a long story short, and I'm sorry I made it long, no.
By the way, a couple of quick stats on your man, LeBron James. Since he entered the league, nobody has missed more late game, close game free throws than LeBron James, and nobody has missed more late game, close game shots than LeBron James.
Has anybody made more?
It's not even close.
Has anybody made more? Has anybody made more? Because that's what you did to Tom. You said with Tom Brady, nobody has thrown more passes than Tom Brady. So therefore, he should what?
Okay. Tom Brady won his first 6 Super Bowls with game-winning drives in the fourth quarter overtime. That is off the charts amazing, so but he doesn't get enough credit for that.
You do realize, okay, let me ask you a question. Did he get the ball into the end zone, or did someone kick a game-winning field goal?
Well, it was a mix of both, but those are the rules of the game.
Okay.
But what's the hardest position to play in all of sports? It ain't even close. It's quarterback. It's so hard to command the position because so much is swirling so quickly, as you well know. You got to just run your route. All you had to do is run your route.
I got to beat that man. Okay. And that man go hit me, go hit me.
All right, I got it. But it's pretty simple in your mind. I have to run this route and beat this man. Maybe every once in a while it's 2 people you have to beat. But you got to run your route and get open. Yeah. And maybe or maybe not, he will throw it to you.
Correct.
But he has to scan. Like I was looking at the goal line situation for Brody last night, and there are bodies everywhere. There are Saints. It looked like they had 15 Saints on the field because when you're that close to the end zone, it's just a blur of white jerseys everywhere. It is mind-boggling to scan while 4 guys are trying to kill you, literally knock you on your butt.
But you got 5 guys protecting you.
Yeah, well, supposedly, but not always, right? Okay, so here's the problem with Tom Brady. The reason he doesn't get it, well, let me do the big picture first. I have said from the start, there's never been anybody more clutch than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Obviously, he went 6-0 in the finals with 6 finals MVPs. He made the walk-off shot of shots when he held the pose on Brian Russell. Little push-off, I'll give you that, but that you could get away in those days with that kind of a push-off. Right. But the point is, if I want one game, one shot for my life, we were just talking about Kawhi versus LeBron, but if I want somebody to shoot the shot for my life or make the play for my life, I want Jordan to make it. But Brady has made them more because he's had way more opportunities because he's played longer, he's played more, and he's played on bigger stages routinely than even Jordan was able to play on because he just keeps playing on big stage after big stage after big stage. And obviously, most of his big games are going to be on Monday or Sunday Night Football, which is a solo stage for all the world to watch. So the point is, Brady never gets credit for this as like a clutch killer, like a clutch assassin, because he doesn't look or act the part. In post-game interviews, he's mealy-mouthed and cliched, and LFG.
Just the way we drew it up.
Just the way we drew it up, and everybody laughed. I'm thinking, that's not funny. What was that? That's not funny. What are you laughing about, right? That's like Homer Media. That's how that came across to me. But the point is, all these lame posts on social media, I can do without all that. He doesn't act the part of a tough guy football player, which is how you want to see even your quarterback. You want to see him as a gunslinger, as a tough guy, as a guy who stands up and takes a beating and keeps on ticking, right?
Right.
And that's not Tom Brady.
I just think the thing is, Skip, for me, if it was more of situations where he got the ball into the end zone as opposed to rely, because here's the thing. If LeBron James pass it to a guy and the guy misses the shot, I can say LeBron, you're like, well, he should have did this. Well, if Tom Brady guy misses the kick, you're like, well, Brady did his job. He got him in field goal range. It doesn't work like that for like a Jordan, because Jordan can make the perfect pass. The guy blows the layup or he misses the shot. I get to say, well, Jordan did his job. Well, no, he got to finish that. If I'd say the same thing about Tom Brady, well, Tom Brady, he got him in field goal range. The guy got to make that little field goal.
Okay, I will give you this. Last night, they're all celebrating on the sidelines. I'm saying, Ryan Suckup has got to make this kick or it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we see
Am
guys,
I right?
We see
How many of those get blown, right?
Yeah.
And to his credit, it went right down Broadway.
Yes.
Okay, so you got to finish that deal off. I got you. I'm just going to remind you that last night, Tom Brady was 0-37 when trailing by 13 or more points in fourth quarters of all the games he's ever played. 0-37. So that was pretty special.
He won one. Remember the Super Bowl? He was down 19.
But we're talking about
the final minutes of the game. Okay.
No, but we're talking about, I think, just in regulation. Regular season.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And then what's the other stat here? Would you believe that over the last 5 seasons, teams down 13-plus points in the final 4 minutes of regulation were 3-530.
Yeah.
3-530. And then now Brady's done this twice this year. This is the second time in a come-from-behind winning touchdown pass that he's thrown in the final 15 seconds. Mm-hmm. And Brady's only the third quarterback since the merger to throw multiple go-ahead touchdowns in the final 15 seconds of regulation in a season, and the first to do it since Brett Favre, which was back in 1999. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was pretty special stuff last night. But once again, he never has a signature walk-off throw. It seems like it's just da-da, da-da, da-da. He makes it look effortless and easy. Right. He made that look easy last night.
Well, he doesn't have a Joe Montana catch moment.
No.
He doesn't skip. He doesn't have one of those Stephon Diggs, the miracle in Minneapolis.
Nope.
It's just a 1 yard route here or a 2 yard route there. Guy dives into the touchdown.
Okay.
Dives into, the end zone for a touchdown.
All right. So since you follow me on Twitter, you already read this, but this is my last tweet from last night. I'm going to read it real quick. Brady just goes psycho serene when he starts smelling blood in late game comebacks. Yeah. His body language gets patiently urgent. His accuracy and touch become effortless perfection. Never seen anything like him this side of Jordan. Well, he changes into somebody else, and you're sitting at home, and I know what your psyche is telling you. He's going to do this.
Yeah.
It almost felt inevitable when they did get the ball back for the second time. You just feel like he's just going to go do this.
It is the same thing that happened to the Rams, is that they're gassed now because they just got off the field.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, they go 91 yards to get the touchdown to get them within 6. And then they force them 3 and out, and the defense is right back on the field.
You're talking about last night?
Last night.
Okay.
That was the same thing that happened to the Rams.
Okay.
And so Skip, they're gassed.
Okay.
So unless something unforeseen happens, you're asking.
Okay. So, again, you're trying to blame the defense instead of crediting Brady.
No.
But Brady is flawlessly sensational, but it's understated because it doesn't look that spectacular while he's doing it.
Skip, I get it, like when it's a 6-point game, but when you're down by 2 scores, a lot of things have to go right for you while a lot of things go wrong for the other team.
Okay.
And Mark Ingram not getting that first down.
I got it.
You remember the Tebow game against Chicago? They just needed a Bears player to run out of bounds. And what did the guy do, Skip? He ran out of bounds. He stopped the clock, had to punt the football, and now Tebow leads them down the field and they win the game in overtime on a Prater field goal.
Mm-hmm. I remember. It's a miracle. I mean, literally it's a miracle.
Right. And Prater had to kick like a 59-yard field goal. Yeah. But those are the things that have to go right for you. Something has to go horribly wrong for the opposing team while incredible things go right for you. And it seems that Tom has been living right for a very long time because he's had more go right than go wrong.
Okay. But you still have to execute all those little big plays.
Yes.
that a lot of humans who play quarterback
Right.
can't consistently execute. Because if you're going to go 91 yards in 10 plays, you can't screw it up, right? If you're going to go 63 and 11 over the last 2 minutes, you can't have any blunders, right?
I give you an example, kind of like what I would have liked to seen Patrick Mahomes get the ball back.
Yep.
But Joe Burrow said, no, we're not going to give it
He
back.
made one big throw.
So that's what because we've seen Tom like, man, if Tom would have got that ball back one more time, we never know what would have happened. The Pittsburgh game, it seemed like Trubisky made every third down. He's like, damn, if Tom would have got the ball back, everybody's thinking, if Tom get this ball back, they're going to beat the Steelers.
Okay, because he becomes somebody else. He is cool. When he gets the ball back late in the game, his body language is tough guy football player. And if you listen to all of his teammates last night, they're all talking about, we could just see it in his eyes.
Right.
If you were in his huddle, you'd look in his eyes and you'd say, we got this.
Well, I played with a guy that got a bunch of
I know, he had a whole bunch of them.
But Skip, you know what happens? As it starts to happen, as the offense gets more confident, the defense gets more dejected. Like, man, they about to do this. Man,
that is correct. That is correct.
Man, they about to score, man.
And to your point, because it's a two-way game without two-way players,
right?
Then the Buccaneers defense starts saying, he's going to do this.
He's gonna stop.
If we can get him the ball back, we're going to go win this game.
Yeah.
And by God, they got him the